coping and managing in this difficult time that we're all going through all over the world, a topic that crossed my mind, but it wouldn't cross your mind if you can do it, and it was reading. And I was thinking, who could I speak to about this whole thing of reading and getting people interested in reading? And the person that came to my mind was Janelle Mitchell of Smart Arts Room, or Auntie J. So I would like to introduce Auntie J to Counsellors Corner tonight. How are you?
Hi, Sarah. I'm good. Thanks for inviting me.
Good. You have a very, very unique and extremely interesting way of approaching reading with children. Now, what inspired you to make the connection between reading and theater to create a situation where children would be interested in reading? Yeah?
My background is in theater arts, so I have a bachelor's in theater arts and a master's in arts creative arts. So when I was doing finishing up my master's, I thought about ways to make my master's work for me at the end, and I was teaching drama with somebody else, so that didn't make sense to start a business like that. And then it was like clear as day. Why not fuse my drama, my techniques in drama with something that children were lacking? But the question was, were they lacking? And the thing is that I realized that not a lot of children like to read or express themselves unless they feel that it is a chore or unless they have been exposed to it and love it, right?
Yeah.
So that's how I made connection. That's something that I can fuse the two together because nobody else was doing it.
Right.
And I already had training in it, and I already love to read and whatnot. So I thought, yeah, this is going to be a good venture. And that's how Smart Arts Room came about.
Wow. Okay. Now, do you think that this approach has like the potential to, reach children or older people, like small children and older children, like say secondary school or even community college, Do you think that what you're doing here, this approach that you're going with, can reach all those different age ranges?
Definitely. The better when they start a little younger,
Yeah.
the more applicable it can be when they decide to go further up in their degrees and college and whatnot. So we start 3.5 years old, and we go up to about 9. We often get a lot of inquiries about people who are much older. Because as you would know, the formal years in terms of reading happens anyway from 4, say let's say 6, 7.
Right.
It is all difficult then when we have to turn people away. But what we try to do is try to make the connection with those younger ones and make it more fun and engaging for them. That's the premise. Making it more fun and engaging and wanting them to pick up the attitude of wanting to read and express themselves more. So when we start it from a young age, then it definitely enhances their ability to express themselves, to like reading, to get more involved with building their literacy as they get older. So definitely.
Okay, that's good. Now, say I'm a mommy. What would it be like? What would I as a parent and my little daughter expect when we come to one of your smart art sessions? What would be one of the what kind of experience would we be expected to have?
Well, that's interesting that you would ask that because I remember many years ago when I started Smart Arts Room, I actually got to do a mini session with your daughter when she was younger. So she really enjoyed it. So let's take it back. Really and truly, it's going to be a little bit difficult to tell you what you would experience because as we know, experience, you have to be there to go through it, to live it. So what I can do is just give you on the over of what it would be. What I like to call our space a cocoon. What happens is the life, the innate ability for a child to express themselves and to want to have a little bit more fun with reading, right? So, so say for instance, you have a small child and they're coming for the first time. I definitely like to know their name beforehand and make sure it's in my head. If I don't, from the time they get there, I like to make it informal and conversational.
Right.
I love to do high five. So from meet them, I'm all fully engaged. Hi, what's your name? I'm Auntie Jade. Do you know me? You know why you're here? Let's come in. I take them away from mommy or daddy or aunts or whoever have brought them, and I put them into the space with the other children. Now, the thing is to make them feel welcome in the space. So it's all about introducing them to the other children so that the space is, because our environment is a small class environment. So it's different, engaging. After we do that, it's all about taking them through the road, specific things to make it more active. Let's say if we want the activity, so we focus on a lot of sight words. For instance, that reading only takes place in books. We can pull that out. So we take you through a sight word race. And I know children love to play. So definitely we're taking them through a way where they have to start at the beginning, go down to the end, say the word, get all that excited about it, come back down, tie the friend. Practice their ability to have fun with somebody else, and not like they're reading or realize that they're learning. And that's what activities make fun and excites them, because they think that is just play. When they're in learning and connecting the dots, enhancing their literacy. So that's a nutshell, small realm, but if you don't experience it, come in the moon.
Well, I like how you keep it, you say you make it fun and exciting, but I like how you're including them and you're making them feel safe. You're creating an atmosphere and an environment for them that is, relaxed in a sense. Yes, it's exciting and fun, but it is a relaxing zone that you're putting them in. So reading for a child then that is probably not scared, like how when you got to spell a word in class or got to stand up and read is a stressful thing. You're taking that stress away from the whole subject of reading. So you're giving the child a different mindset towards this thing already, and I really like that. Now, speaking of mindsets and making people think a little further, you tend to work with, from what I understand, literature that's from Barbados and from the Caribbean. Do you think that children are more receptive to these stories, or are they not interested in these stories, and why? Whichever way it's going.
Well, I think it can go half and half. It all depends on their being exposed to at this specific age range. Now, when I started the business, I made the premise that I would introduce Barbadian and Caribbean literature, because I wanted the children to see themselves, to see people, to learn about culture that in Caribbean context, more about who we are. Because as you know, 90% of what they see, what they read, what they engage in comes from outside America, Europe, whatever you think, right? And it doesn't always fit our context. You're not supposed to expose yourself to other adventures and other cultures and other spaces. It's important. But what I realized is that initially some of the children had a disconnect and some of them connected immediately. So it all depends on the specific child, the environment that they're coming from, the learning engagement and whatnot. But I would this day and age, when we introduce it to them, a lot more of them are knowing more of the stories or Bajan authors, and are excited because it gives them an opportunity to say, well, hey, I can start to write. Maybe it can be a writer when I'm older, or even right now, things that we take true. They want to start with their own stories. So definitely is something that, I think that's working in right now that they're leaning towards.
Okay, well, I also love that you are showing them themselves, and because as you said, it's good to get exposure to other cultures and other traditions and other things, but don't neglect your own in a sense, and still get that coverage of your own self. So I really like that. I really like that about your whole. This is what I love about your Smart Arts room. Now, do you feel that a program such as yours, if implemented, say at the primary school level, right, would that, in a sense, because of how unique and how you're approaching reading and the way you're doing it, do you think that would increase literacy and possibly increase children's self-esteem? because listening to you talking about in the earlier thing about the children being, they're relaxed and they come and they have fun and they enjoy and they get to express themselves and stuff. Do you think it could increase literacy and also generate some self-esteem building as well? If a program
Well,
like yours was implemented.
this is definitely an interesting question, and I would start from the premise to say, first and foremost, that I'm a trained practitioner.
Yeah.
So, about being in art and being able to use the drama techniques and all the tools that I have at my disposal is how I make it more fun and engaging. So, to take it into raw sense to apply to a school system means that the teachers will have to be trained to a certain extent. But there are a lot of special teachers in the school system, the primary school system now, who have reading programs, reading program, and to cater to those who may have dyslexia or other reading, right? But if I have the opportunity to train other people on the to then say, well, this is the program that I want to go into the schools, because another aspect of something to do with something called rhythm reading, which Tracy is something that I coined with Dr. Stefan.
Right.
We use the rhythm to enhance the learning engagement of children. And that's something that we want to take into the schools, but that's a whole other something. If something like smart room has to be implemented into the school system, definitely we would see an enhancement of the learning engagement of children. But I definitely want to say that I have also enrolled or taken some of the principles of the primary school system. We're in the children's sphere in terms of enhancing their learning engagement, their confidence, with other children, their ability to want to know more, or learn about building literacy skills. But as I said, it's easy at 1, 2, 3.
True. But from what you're telling me, it's like elements from your smart arts room could, if it borrowed some of the elements and put them into something, it could work. And plus, I think also too, I'm just reading into it for myself, that it would take some teachers or the people that are dealing with the program to have the kind of energy and passion that you need to have for such a project, So, yeah.
Yeah, and I at least first time being a school teacher myself, secondary school system, but at the end of the day, I know when we try to get programs on top of what we're already doing, it's a lot. So definitely having these specialists on board, something that I can work with them to see how we can get there.
Yeah. Well, Janelle, this was a wonderful conversation, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And I hope, and I hope that you guys out there get something from it as well. So thank you, Janelle, for coming and have this talk with me. Okay, and
thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Sarah.
Good. And you all can follow me on Instagram at Tiny Counselors Corner, and I will see you next time here in Counselors Corner. Bye.